Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I want to show you how I made this coat. Well, this coat doesn't have all the qualities of a coat. I just wanted that lapel and collar look on my jacket. So yeah, so if you're new to making a jacket, a blazers, all you need to do is just follow the steps. It's not complicated, just follow the steps sheepishly at first. Then once you get the steps, you can now tweak it to create something different for yourself. So here are the materials I used to draft the pattern. This is just an illustration, so yeah, all you need for this to start the drafting the pattern is your basic fitted dress block pattern. I have a tutorial on that, so you can check out the tutorial. First thing first, I am going to add some ease to my traced fitted dress block pattern. So I am going to start by expanding the shoulder, then increasing the armhole length, then the size. So for the shoulder, I am going to add an extra 1.5 inches to the shoulder, while for the armhole length I'm going to add an extra 1.5 inches. That will be the new bust point or the armhole depth line. Then I'm going to add 2 inches to the new armhole depth line, just to give that ease at the side. So it just means that I am adding to my bust measurement. I'm adding 2 inches to my bust measurement. It's a jacket, so I want it to be free, and I traced my foundation block pattern, so I just need to adjust it a bit just to get all those ease in. So next I'm going to create a new armhole curve using those measurements. Next, from the dress length point, I added 3.5 inches just to give that flare A-line shape. I don't want it to be like straight cut, I want it to be like a flare. Please don't forget, this is an illustration of how I came up with my pattern. I'm using an A4 paper just to demonstrate how the pattern should look like. So from the dress length, I went up 1.5 inches, then I curved. This is optional, I just want to create some design there. To create the collar and lapel, from the center front I marked in 1 inch and squared from the waist down to the length of the dress. Then from the shoulder I marked in 1 inch and connected that 1 inch from the shoulder down to the waist. I drafted my collar and lapel to suit my design, so I wanted a big collar and a big lapel. So from the shoulder, I call that up at the shoulder. So from the shoulder I went down 4 inches and I drew a line just like so. Then I went down 3 inches. I know that doesn't look like 3 inches, but yeah, it's 3 inches. Then to get my lapel length, I wanted a big lapel, so I'm using 5 inches. I used 5 inches. So from the 5 inches point, I drew a line connecting it to the waist line, just like so. Yeah, after connecting the 2 points, I got the center point, then I created a curve. So this is optional. If you want a straight lapel, fine. So from that point there, that meeting point there, I drew a line to meet my lapel, just like so. Just follow the steps sheepishly. Once you get the hang of it, then you can start creating a different lapel design. Then I marked the midpoint of the lapel, then connected it to the top part, just like so. Then next is to create my collar. From the shoulder I went in 1/2 inch. I'm going to take out that 1/2 inch from the back. So that 1/2 inch I connected it to the collar point, that meeting section at the center. You can see the way my ruler is placed. So I'm going to take out that 1/2 inch from my back neck and connect that point. Then I'm going to take the measurement of the back neck. After getting the measurement of the back neck, you mark the measurement following that neck point there. See the way my ruler is placed? So next is to get the length of the collar, so that depends on your design. So my design, I want a big neck neck collar length, so I'm using 3 inches here. So this 3 inches length depends on your design. So I marked on my design. You see the way I placed my ruler, then I connected that 3 inches length down to my collar point, and I erased all the mark point that I don't need, so you can see the pattern clearly. So there's nothing complicated about making a collar and a lapel, a coat. There's nothing complicated. So next is to trace out my collar, but before tracing out my collar, I need to mark out my front facing. I marked out the midpoint of the shoulder, then draw a line diagonally to the waist, then straight down to the length of the dress. Then I placed another pattern paper underneath my pattern, then trace out the front facing with the collar and cut that out. So this is basically it. Like I said, just follow the step. At first it looks complicated, but it's not. Follow the step. Once you get a hang of it, then you can start to create different looks, different lapel and everything. That is how I learned mine at first. As a self-taught sewist, I have to follow the step first. Once I get a hang of it, then I can start creating different looks and creating different designs. For the back pattern, there are 2 ways to get the back pattern. You can either add the easement and create the flare and recreate the armhole, or you can trace the front to get the back. So I just added the easement measurement and we created the armhole, then created the flare for the back. Why for the sleeve, I have 3-4 videos on how to create a sleeve block, so check those videos out. And this is basically it. I want this video to be really short, and it is. So the next video will be on sewing the coat. Thank you so much for watching. Please turn on your post notifications so you see my next post on sewing the coat. So, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.